All right, guys, welcome in here to Buckhorn High School. We got the first annual Stan Begley Wooden Bat Classic.
Yes.
And we have Buckhorn Wildcats taking on the Perry Central Commodores. I know he says Wooden Bat Classics, but I've not seen many wooden bats yet.
No, they played Owsley County, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember what day it was for the wooden bat. Day one, the Wooden Bat Classic, and they used wooden bats.
Okay.
I think they're supposed to have this about 2 weekends ago, and rain has not stopped until about this week. So they've pushed it back and had it sporadic, and rescheduling is a pain at times.
Yeah, listen, that's what people have been asking about BSN baseball and softball, and it has just been some teams cancel, some teams don't.
Yeah.
Well, if we've already got the people scheduled for one game but not the others, and that's the problem is, BSN is spread out for a long distance, so it's hard to get someone to drive an hour and a half to do the baseball games. So sometimes we just have to cancel. We've not had as many as we wanted to, but like I said, we still do have quite a few on the schedule coming up. Tonight, introductions real quick. I am Matt Hudson. If I sound weird, I am sorry. I got a head cold in about 24 hours straight, and I don't know. It's just maybe it's allergies. Hopefully it is.
And I'm Shannon Blank. This is about, the fourth time been on here this baseball season. Been enjoying it every time. It's actually been really good. It's really good weather. First night where we've not probably had to put a coat on at the beginning of the game.
I sure hope not. I've got it in the car, got my gloves. I'm fully packed out. My wife has given me some crap. I've come home and froze solid a couple times now, and so she makes me pack my boggin and gloves and stuff to try to stay warm. But like I said, we'll do our best.
But today we got the Buckhorn Wildcats take on the Perry Central Commodores, and I believe this is the first matchup they've had all season, if I'm not mistaken, due to cancellations and stuff. And this is, one of the seeded games now since the baseball team seeds, just like the basketball teams now do in district. So today they're doing a doubleheader, and that was a late rescheduling thing. It was supposed to be just one game today, so we'll probably just be doing the first game of the doubleheader and then ending the stream. But today for the first game, on the mound we have Jody Stamper, number 3. Behind the plate for the Wildcats, we have Lake and Napier, we're number 4. At first base, we have Braden Campbell, we're number 14. At second base, we have Gunnar Gay, we're number 2. At shortstop, we have Caleb McIntosh. Colin's his brother. We're number 15. At third base, we got Braden Rice, we're number 35. In left field, we have Noah Jones, we're number 11. Center field, we have Austin Riley, we're number 0. And right field, we have Colin McIntosh, we're number 6.
There you go. Charlie, you're on the camera over here, and like I said, it's actually a pretty bright day. It feels like great weather out here, but it does make the screens kind of hard to see. And tonight we do have the outfield cam. I brought it over. I had to do the hazard signing. Congratulations to Mallory today. Hazard Lady Bulldog signed. And I already had my other equipment in the car, so usually we do one camera setup here at Buckhorn. Tonight we will have the battery and the live cam.
And over to the battery we go.
There you go.
Right there. Yes, looks real good. All right, up the bat to lead the game off for the Perry Central Commodores, we have number 12, Dylan Elkins. Pitch comes in. It's a swing, and it's a foul ball, left field, left fence. Look like Braden Rice is going to take a little jog, get it back into the infield. Now, folks, I'm going to try my best to flip this camera angle whenever a hit goes. Second pitch is in, and it's a ball. It counts 1-1. Let's say, side note, Buckhorn's officially got their new scoreboards up as the ball goes in. 2-1, counts 2-1, and it looks really nice. We muted.
No, it's I was going to try to keep the balls and strikes here.
Oh, crap. And that's a foul ball there.
So that puts it at 2 strikes, 1 ball. Still no outs.
I forgot I had to do that.
Oh, you're fine.
Like flipping around here. I'll stop doing that. All right, pitch is coming in. 2-2 count. And it's a ball outside. So count is 3-2. And it's a screaming line drive down the left baseline, hit off the dugout. So the count stays 3-2.
We got the so the camera's sitting out there in left field. If somebody hits that thing, I'd give them a bounty for that. I mean, that's a long shot way out there.
And it's a hit over the center fielder, O'Reilly. Looks like it's going away to the fence. You got Elkins round first, going to second. He's staying up on second. So a good leadoff hit for the Commodores to start this game off.
Good deep drive there. They said Riley got some good speed out there in center, but said it just hit so hard he didn't have time to recover and get out there.
No, he couldn't get it out there. So we got runner on second. Runner on second. There we go. All right. Learn how to work this out. This ain't too hard to work this scoreboard. All right.
It's all about rhythm most of the time with this stuff.
Stamper gets set. Looks runner back at second. Goes to the plate. Looks like a breaking ball in there for a strike. So Stamper gets ahead of this count. It's very important now. He can play around a little bit, maybe throw one away for safety. Stamper gets looks, comes set, and steps off to keep the runner at home. Up the bat right now for the Prairie Central Commodores is Mason Sumner wearing number 10. Pitch comes in, curveball, and it's a ball. So it counts 1-1.
As we have Elkins here, is just all over the base path, getting a huge lead off second.
Distracting the pitcher a little bit. Stamper goes to the plate. A swing and a foul tip popped out of the glove of Napier back there. So the count's 1-2. Beautiful day for baseball. Beautiful day. All right. Stamper comes set. Looks runner back at second. Goes to the plate. A screaming line drive down one field, and it is foul.
Just turned on that a little too quick and ripped it down third base.
Every time they hit a foul, that's been to the left side here. It's a good thing there's a fence here. I'd be knocked out by now.
Yeah, I'm right on the edge of it. That'd be bad for me.
It sure would be.
Be bad.
Swinging him right there. Goes through the third and short gap. You run for seconds, round third, throw home. It's going to be late, and Sumner makes his way to second base. So that is 1 run scored. Runner on second as well. And 0 outs in this inning. It's a good start for the Commodores. So they have 2 hits. All right, Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. And it's a rip to third base. Picked up by Rice, throws it a little late. Sumner goes from second to third. All right.
That's it. So deep over here in the third base, a long throw. Good job getting that, getting down the baseline,
and that hit
running it out.
That hit was by Devin Gayhart. I forgot to say his name when he got up there, but that was by Devin Gayhart. That's a good piece. That was a good piece of hitting right there. Now, up the bat for the Prairie Central Commodores is number 6, Tate Watts. Runner going from first to second, and he is safe. No throw down. All right. So that's a stolen base for Gayhart. Stamper comes set. Checks runners at third and second. Goes to the plate. Swing. It's up in the air behind second base, and it's a catch. Okay, that's a catch by Gay. That's a good catch going back over his shoulder a little bit. Keeps the runners at second and third. So 1 out now.
Good job by Gay. I couldn't see the camera to see the ball. Good job tracking it and getting it out.
Now at the bat for the Commodores is number 5, Connor Perkins. Still got runners on second and third. Stamper comes set, goes to the plate, swing and a miss. Stamper starts ahead in the count. Well, Stamper comes set again, checks runner at third, goes to the plate. Ball outside, a little high too. So the count is 1-1 now. Stamper looks, gets the call, comes set, goes to the plate. Outside, ball 2.
It's one of the more difficult things to do from this setup is try to figure out where did the ball go.
Stamper goes to the plate. Outside on the low, it looks like. So the count is 3-1 now. Stamper goes to the plate. And ball 4. All right, so we got bases juiced here. Got 1 out. And for the Commodores, we have number 26, Parker Collett, coming up. Good opportunity for Collett to make some noise here. Good opportunity for the defense to get out of the jams to get something low going here. Swing and a rip to left field, and it is down. We got 1 runner in. Another runner around third going in. Another runner around third going in, and looks like all 3 runners are going to score. And Collett makes a good, smart decision to get from second to third on the throw and go home. So it looks like a 3-run triple, or 3-run double, excuse me, for Parker Collett. 1, 2, 3.
Perry Central coming out. The bat's hot tonight.
Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. And hits Corbin Wooten, who is wearing number 19 today. All right, so up the bat now for Commodores is the DH, number 30, Shade Combs. Oh, crap. In the dirt, runner goes from first to second, no throw. All right, so there's 1 out. Runners on second and third. Stamper comes set. Throws it in. It's popped up in the air. Right behind shortstop. And it is out of the glove of McIntosh. And runner from third scores. Runner from second advances to third.
Yeah, it looked like he tracked the ball well and got under it. Just may have lost it. Like I said, the sun is right down on us right now. Has come back out and maybe lost sight of it.
So scores 5-0. Stamper comes set. Up to bat for the Commodores is Jeffrey Hancock. That's ball high. So it counts 1-0. Got a runner on first and third here. Stamper comes set. Looks around at third. Goes to the plate. Swing. It's up in the air. And foul ball. So it counts 1-1. Runner still on first and third. Stamper gets the pitch go. Comes set. Goes to the plate. And there's a strike in there. So the count now is 1-2. Stamper really needs an out here. Give some self-confidence. And as a ball past the catcher. And runner from third scores, runner from first advances to second. So it makes it 6-0 Prairie Central. Still have 1 out. Counts 2-2. Runner only on second base now.
Got 1 out, Shay. 1 out. Ball front, ball behind.
Stamper's looking, gets the call. Comes set. Checking runner at second. Goes to the plate. It's a pop-up behind the play, out of play. Right. So the count stays 1-2. Or 2-2, excuse me, 2-2. Stamper gets the call. Comes set. Looks around at second. Goes to the plate. Swing. It's a grounder to third base. No, shortstop. McIntosh gets on it, kills it. No throw. So, runners there safely on an infield hit. Runner stays at second. Really wanted that out, but really no harm done from a pitcher standpoint. No runs in, nothing moved. Now you just back into a new count. Now the new count's coming up with number 3, Keegan Cecil. They got a pass ball. Runners move to second and third, and that's 1 ball. So the count is 1-0 now.
Yeah, still only 1 out here. Top of the first.
I ought to get a 3 camera set up and put the scoreboard on camera.
That does a good job sometimes.
Stamper goes to the plate. In the dirt, so the count is 2-0 now.
So we did that for a long time on BSN. We always took 2 cameras and pointed one at the scoreboard. It's an easy way to keep score.
Stamper comes to the plate. In the dirt again, past the catcher. Runner for third hesitated. And there's a plate to plate. And he is safe. So that's another run in for the Commodores. As the run for second, it also advances to third. So the score is 7-0 in favor of the Commodores.
The batter's still up here. Still a 3-0 count.
Commodores came to hit today. They've been hitting the ball, and if they ain't hitting the ball, they've been getting on base. Stabler gets set. Goes to the plate. Swing. Goes up the middle there. Fielded by a gate. And just late, runner from third scores, and runner at first is safe. So, score is 8-0 now. Runner on first after he beat out that grounder. Still 1 out in the inning.
8 runs, 6 hits here. Good job. That's about the Commodores getting started early. That was one of the messages the coaches gave. If you're sitting around listening here before the game, is we don't need to wait. We got to try to jump out here quick and see if we can get a lead and stay on the gas the whole time.
You got to keep that foot in the gas pedal in baseball because there's not a timer, and you got to play to the last out. Looks like I was a ball in the dirt by Stamper. Makes the count 1-0. Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. It's a swing to the left field on a screaming line drive. Run from first, goes to third, comes down. Gets thrown out at third. Good play by the left fielder Jones there to get to the ball quick and get it in quickly. Good tag by Rice. So that is 2 down in the inning. That was a good rip to left field. I like the aggressive base pass run. Just got beat that time. That happens sometimes in game baseball. Now at the bat now for the Commodores is number 2, Devin Gayhart. And then the runner from first also made his way to second off of a ball in the dirt. Stabler comes set. Checks around second. Looks like no one's holding him on. Goes to the plate. And ball outside and low.
So starting with a 2-0 count here. It's still 2 outs. Top of the first.
Stammer goes to the plate. And looks like low and outside again. So the count's 3-0.
Got the one and only Mr. Hammond's behind the plate tonight.
Stammer steps off, throws it second, gets past the second baseman. And the guy goes from second to third off of a pass ball at second base. So, runner moves. Still got 3-0 count the batter. Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. And ball 4. Looked like low again. So, we got runners in first and third now. 2 outs in the inning. Now with the bat for the Commodores, number 6, Tate Watts. Staper comes set. Goes to the plate, runner first is going to second. It's in the dirt. Looks like there's not going to be a throw, so the runner advances from first to second. And we got runners on second and third now with a 1-0 count to the batter. Staper comes set. Checks some runners, goes to plate. Ball in the dirt again. 2-0 count.
Stammer's just having a hard time getting that ball located up. He's missing. You can see he's got good control on it, but he's missing low.
Some of the misses low. Be around the border where you may get a strike, may get a ball. With certain umpires, you got to change your strike zone and get up a little bit. Right there is probably about the perfect spot to live in right there. Right on the outside corner, right at the knees for a good old-fashioned strike right there. So the count's 2-1. Personally, if I was pitching, that's where I'd live. I didn't throw no heat. Goes to the plate. A little high. Looked like a check swing. Get a little dribbler back to the pitcher, and it's out for out number 3. So, through the first inning, the top half of it, the Commodores have scored 8 runs and stranded 2. All right.
Yeah, so it's a great first, good way to open the game up here for the Commodores. Jumped on the Wildcats early. It's going to be a time to see, can the Wildcats fight back off this? How are they going to respond to being down 8-0 early?
Now, where it's a doubleheader, it's going to be short. It's going to be a 5-inning game, so you got to get on it quick. Can't lay around a little bit.
Yeah, so, like I said, we'll come back after this break and see how the Wildcats handle. We'll be back here in about 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
All right. We'll go back here to Buckhorn, Kentucky. We're getting ready to set off for the bottom half of the first inning. Wildcats need to claw their way back into this game. Don't have to get all 8 runs right now, but you need to make some leeway in here. Like I said before the break, 5-inning game, you need to make some chunks here and there, and then hold them when you're playing defense. So, leading off for the Wildcats today is going to be Braden Campbell, we're number 14. And then pitching today for the Commodores is going to be Connor Perkins. Now, the defensive lineup for the Commodores, Connor Perkins is playing first. Behind the plate, you're going to have Jeffrey Hancock. At first base, you're going to have Mason Sumner. At second base, you're going to have Dylan Elkins. At shortstop, you're going to have Tate Watts. At third base, you're going to have Devin Gayhart. At left field, you're going to have Corbin Wooten. In center field, you're going to have Parker Collett. And as I'm saying this, Braden Campbell's got one up in there to right field, and right to the guy I was going to be talking about next. The right fielder is Keegan Cecil.
Good job by Cecil. Didn't have to move much, though. Campbell kind of laid it out there in front of him. That's the bad thing about baseball. You can hit a ball as hard as you want. You hit it right at somebody, it doesn't do you much good.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about baseball. Now with the bat for the Wildcats is number 0, Austin Riley, as he watched the first pitch come in as a ball. All right. Here comes the pitch. Goes to the plate. It's a swing, and it's going down the right field line. And it is mishandled at first base. Riley, it seems like he wanted to take a turn to second base, and he did not.
Yeah, the play was hit hard enough down to third. He knew he had to try to, really get down there quickly. Ran through first base, and if he would have been ready to set and kind of cut in second, he'd probably be on second base right now.
All right, now up to bat for the Wildcats is the DH, Parker Mayhew, wearing number 5. Perkins comes set, looks at the plate, goes. Ball looks like a little up, so the count's 1-0. Right. Perkins comes set, looks right first. Swing and a miss. Mayhew.
Big cut there.
Big cut. Looks like he's the one to take that one yard. Looked like the left field, too. All right. Perkins comes set. Checking her at first. Riley's getting a pretty big lead over there. And he throws back over to make sure he stays at home. I guess he had the same idea as I was thinking over here.
Riley's been known to steal second base quite often, so it's not a bad play by the pitcher.
And he's going. And he gets there, throw goes down, and the catch is juggled a little bit, and the runner is safe at second. So Riley with a stolen base, this smart, speedy, it's a dangerous combo when it comes to stealing bases.
Yeah, so it looks like the throw was there, just juggled it a little bit, so Riley is safe at second.
Right. Perkins gets the call. Let's check Riley back at second. Comes set. Goes to the plate. Swing and a miss. So the count is 1-2 now. Or 2-2. Sorry, excuse me. 2-2. All right, here's an opportunity for the Wildcats to get some on the board. A single in the outfield will score Riley with his speed. Perkins comes set. Checks the runner. And he turns around. And Riley gets back in. And I keep forgetting to switch a live stream on the pickoff, and that's a really quick movement for me.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of times we miss those. Like I said, it's really hard. They're trying to do it as fast as possible. It's about impossible for us to get back there in time.
My reaction time is getting slower the older I get. And that pitch is in there for strike 3 around the outside corner. Got him looking. Now coming to the bat for the Wildcats is the catcher, number 4, Lakin Napier. Got 2 outs down in this inning. Got a runner in second. Perkins comes set. Checking runner in second. Goes to the plate. And it's a hit down the right field line. Looks like it's going to be fair. Riley's making a turn at third. He's getting in there. And the play's up. There's no play at home. He's safe. Looks like there's a run on, but it looks like Napier's in a pickle over here. And he is tagged out. Now, that's a third out of the inning, but where the runner scored across the plate before a tag out was applied, that run counts. So the Wildcats in the first inning was scoring 1 run and leaving, nobody on base since he got tagged out there. Let's see if the Commodores, when we come back, can replicate what they did in the top half of the first, or if the Wildcats can blanket them in the top half of the second.
Yeah, like I said, a big opportunity here for the Commodores to held them to just 1 run there. But we're going to take another commercial break. We'll be back here in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For details. So let's do some saving and upgrading because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just...
All right, welcome back here. We're getting ready to set off the top half of the second inning. Score is 8-1 right now. The Wildcats got 1 run in that last inning. A little bit of lead, a little bit into the lead by Perry Central. Not a whole bunch, but enough to get you some confidence up. And if you can get them out with that scoring run here, that gives you some more life.
Well, the Wildcats did a good job, turning the bat and actually hitting the ball. It just weren't hitting it, as hard as the Commodores, and we're hitting it at the Commodores. So, like I said, they were able to make contact, just not in the right places.
That's one of the most frustrating things as a hitter in baseball. You can make good contact, make a guy solid hit, but go straight to somebody and you get out. Now, First pitch in is ball low. So the count's 1-0. Up to bat now for the Commodores is the pitcher, Connor Perkins. Let's see if he can shake off, giving them that run last half of the inning, and see if he can get us a hit right here. Nope. That is ball inside 2-0.
I forgot that was my job. Hold on. 2 balls.
Now, if you're the Wildcats here, you want to get 3 up, 3 down, or at least 3 outs. They give them a run. Stamper goes to the plate to swing in play. Up the middle, handled by McIntosh. Those are the first, and that is 1 out to start the inning off. Good play by McIntosh to cover the middle of the infield there and get it to the first baseman as quick as possible to get that put out.
That's one thing you notice on both sides is good speed, so you can't take your time. You know, I said McIntosh is good at heads-up play, you know, drove on it and got the ball quickly over to first.
So, 1 early out for the Wildcats here to start this top half of the second inning. Hopefully, in their regards, that they can keep it going. In the Commodores' regards, hopefully they can get back on track and start getting the ball into the outfield and making some noise.
Yeah, I mean, they hit through the lineup. So it wasn't, you know, just 1 or 2 of the Commodores hitting good. The whole lineup was doing great last inning.
Yes. Swing and a foul tip. Hey, the count is 0-2. Looks like Stamper's getting some confidence with the fielders making some plays and starting to throw it in the zone a little bit. Now, that's an 0-2 count. Stamper has plenty of possibilities here. Goes in. Off speed, breaking off the plate. It's a ball, 1-2 count, but that's a really good pitch in that situation. You don't want nothing over the plate. Maybe give him chasing because you got 3 more that you can throw in there. Stamper goes in the plate, and it's a swing in the dirt. Run, throw down to first, and that's for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here for the Wildcats. Now up to bat for the Commodores is number 19, Corbin Wooten. Got Stamper in the windup, goes, delivers, and it's a swing through the dirt. But Wooten decided to swing anyway, so the count's 0-1.
Looks like that hot first inning may be coming like coming to bite the Commodores a little bit. They all kind of ready. They're coming up to bat and ready to swing the bat.
Got a good hits in the first inning. It's like, you know, I want to hit it further this time. But now they're not.
Yeah, those pitches they were laying off of, they're swinging at.
Another swing and a miss, and it was low as well. So Stamper's living in the lower half of the strike zone or even below that. But in the second inning, what's different is that they're chasing those pitches. Stamper goes to the plate, curveball, waves it by him for the third strike. 3 pitches, 3rd out. A very impressive defensive inning for the Wildcats. A lot different from the first half.
Yeah, like you said, the best thing could have happened to them. You know, they only got the 1 run in the first, but quick defensive shutout against the Commodores. That's the polar opposite of what happened in the first inning, and it gives them some confidence coming on into the bottom of the second inning.
Yes.
So, that being said, like I said, we're going to come back and see if they can get the bats heated up here for the Wildcats. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
All right. Welcome back here to Buckhorn, Kentucky. Starting the bottom half of the second inning. Now, Commodores went 3 up, 3 down in the top half. We still have Perkins up on the mound. Now, the Wildcats are hitting them solid just straight to Commodores. If they find some gaps here, they might be able to make some more dent into this lead of the Commodores.
Yeah, and that's the third out there. It was just a base running error by Napier. Looked like he was going to try to advance on the throw. The catcher heads up play, kind of cut that off and got it back into the base path quickly, and they were able to run him down.
Now, up to bat for the Wildcats, number 35, Braden Rice. Now, Rice has some power. I don't think he's been making good contact here of late. And that first pitch is in for a strike right at the knees. So the count's 0-1. Perkins gets set, goes to his windup, goes to the plate, and it looks like a foul tip by Rice, so the count is 0-2 now.
And Perkins, one of those pitchers, looks like he likes to come with something good that first pitch, try to get ahead in the count. Batter's got to be aware.
All right, Perkins goes to his windup, goes to the plate, and strike 3 got him looking right at the knees.
The Rice, like I said, looking strike 3. I think it's the second one of the game. Not for Rice, but for the Wildcats.
About to get backwards K's. Can't take those home with you, Swing the bat. The only way you make contact is if you swing. Perkins goes to his windup, goes to the plate. That's number 11, Noah Jones, to the plate right now. He thought about swinging, kind of tried to do a check swing, and it turned out to be a foul ball, so the count's 0-1. Perkins goes to his windup, goes to the plate. A little low, so the count's 1-1. Looks like both these pitchers are one a little low today. Guess they don't want to give up the home run ball. It's getting a little warmer. It's going to fly a little longer today. As I say that, Perkins throws it too high, and it's another ball, 2-1.
Perkins showing great command, great poise tonight on the mound.
Goes to the windup, goes to the plate. Looked like that was right down the pipe. Counts 2-2. Perkins has a rhythm. Every pitcher has a rhythm. His rhythm is work fast. Goes to his windup, goes to the plate, and strike 3 swinging by Jones. So that's 2 up, 2 down, both strikeouts for the Commodores. Perkins is on a mission this inning to not give up another run.
Talking about pitching, it's amazing how much rhythm can really help. I watched a pitcher the other night. He was trying to be slow and methodical and slow the game down. Just was not hitting. He did pretty much sped up twice as fast.
All right, what's the batter now for the Wildcats is number 15, Caleb McIntosh, as he waved at the first one for a strike, so the count's 0-1.
I said the pitcher I was watching just about twice as fast, and, man, he started hitting the zone, and the rest of the game was history. He did awesome.
Perkins goes to the plate again. Another swing and a miss. That's strike 2, so the count's 0-2. Now, I caught a lot throughout my years playing baseball, and one of the most important things as a catcher is to know your rhythm of your pitcher. Perkins goes to the plate, and that's strike 3. Goes down on swings. 3 straight swings, 3 straight strikes. So that's a third out. The ball half the second inning. So we've had back-to-back 3 up, 3 downs.
Yeah, like I said, the first inning looked like it's going to be a high-paced, high-action kind of game, but defense really stepped up here in the second. As these bees try to attack us some more over here. But, like I said, just great defensive effort from both teams here in the second. Let's see if the third inning, either team can get the bats warmed back up and get going again. But we'll find out after the breaks. So we're going to kick it out for 90 seconds, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
All right, welcome back here. We're in the top half of the third. Now,
Looked like we might have had a long evening, but daggone that second inning just blinked and went by.
Went quick. Stamper's still on the mound for the Wildcats. As he goes to his windup, goes in, looked like a little bit inside, so counts 1-0. Still low, though. And I like the placement. I like living low. Keeps it in the park, keeps it on the ground. All right, Stamper goes to the plate. A little higher, but a swing and a miss, so the count's 1-1.
Shannon, I'm not going to lie. I kind of like sitting over here and you controlling that computer.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of used to it by now. Stamper goes to the plate. In the dirt, off the plate, goes behind the catcher. So the count's 2-1. A couple more games, I'll be a master at this. I can lay back and just click my buttons and go on with it.
I'm just hoping nobody catches a picture of me. I got my foot propped up on the fence. Looks like I'm sitting there on my phone, but I promise I'm keeping score.
That's what I love about baseball. It's one of the most relaxing sports. And it goes to the plate, foul tip. It's 2-2. And up the bat right now for the Perry Central Commodores is number 30, Shade Combs. You know what? Shade, that's a pretty good name. That's a good baseball name right there. Saber goes to the plate. High and inside. So the count is full now. Had a little juice on that, a little pop on that.
Mm-hmm.
See if he got him chasing, but he stayed disciplined, didn't swing out. So the count's full now. Stamper goes to the plate. High and outside, and that is ball.
Should be ball 4.
Should be ball 4. I guess not.
The scoreboard's got 3, but we had 4.
We have 4. He swings it, goes up to right field, and it is a catch by Colin McIntosh in right field.
Job by McIntosh just getting over and get his feet set. If my son's watching, that's what we were working on the other night. Get under that ball, get your feet set, and get the ball.
Under that ball, try to catch that fly ball right above you, 2 hands on the glove. Or hand on the glove. Now at the bat for the Commodores is number 4, Jeffrey Hancock. First pitch inside, counts 1-0. Right, Stamper gets set, goes through his windup, goes to the plate, swing, and it's a foul ball right back behind the plate. So the count's even up to 1-1.
Batter looked to be looking for off speed there. That ball got right in on him before he realized it.
Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
Looks like Stamper's getting a groove. His rhythm's speeding up too as he goes to the plate. Looked like a breaker ball that might have broke right into the inside of the plate there for a strike. Counts 1-2.
Yeah, it looks like he really settled down. You know, 'cause that second inning was a huge confidence boost.
Huge confidence booster. Stamper goes to his windup, goes to the plate again. In the dirt.
You have to quit bragging on him, Shannon.
Yeah, it's announcer curse there. But it was a good discipline by Hancock there to lay off that. That's one of those pitches where it starts low. If you don't recognize it's off speed, you're going to swing at it, and you're going to look like a fool when it goes by you. Pitch comes in, swing, it's up, foul ball in the foul territory behind first base, and Campbell cannot make it there. So batter stays alive, count stays 2-2. We'll lose the baseball in the weeds over there. Is that weeds on the other side of the fence?
I'm not sure how that got through.
I don't know. Is that gate open over there?
I think it went under the fence somehow into the, yeah. No.
Well,
I am lost. I do not know where that ball went. There it is.
There it is. They found it. Well, Stamper goes back to the plate. Swing. It's foul ball the other way. You'll watch out there. Heads up. Almost had some onlookers get hit there. Looked like the mom of Austin Riley, who's parked up there, almost got a big dent in her vehicle. Stamper goes to the plate. Swing, and it is behind the plate. Catch by Napier. Good active movement by the catcher back there. So that is 2 down.
I'm going to apologize to Mr. Napier. This pole may be in the way from where we're sitting at our vantage point. Great play, getting up under that quick reaction time and get that out.
So, the last time we streamed one of these games, the Wildcats won, and Napier, who did help with BSN during the basketball season, saw the camera and made some dance moves, but that was when we was having technical difficulties and we was not on air.
Maybe we can get him this time.
Yeah. Stamper goes to the plate. It's a rip into right center. It's going to fall in the gap over the right fielder's head. It goes to the fence. He's rounding second. He's going to 3. Looks like he's there easily, and then just going to throw it in second. So that is a triple for number 12, Dylan Elkins.
Elkins, man, that's the second time tonight he's drove one deep.
That's good rips. Good rips today. That was a really good rip. Got in right center field, all the way to the gap. It's all especially dangerous in right field because it's the longest throw from third base. So it's easy to get to a triple if you get in that area. All right, Stamper from the stretch, comes set. Goes to the plate. Swing, that's up the middle, through the gap. Looks like the run for third's going to score. And the runner stops at first base. It makes his round, but he ain't going to do nothing. Just makes his round. And that was number 10, Mason Sumner.
Good job, Sumner, getting that run home.
Good piece of hitting right up the middle. No play. That's just good quality out back right there on the first pitch. Up to bat now for the Commodores. Number 2, Devin Gayhart. Let's see if he keeps this going, or let's see if the Wildcats can put it into this. Stamper goes to the plate. Looked like something off speed. A little high. Probably looked like it was hanging a little bit, but it's too high, so it's 1-0 count. Stamper gets the call. Comes set. Looks at the runner. Goes to the plate. And that is a strike in right on the outside corner. Good placement by Stamper there, so the count is 1-1 now. Stamper gets the call. Comes set. Goes to the plate. Swing. It's popped straight up. Looks like shortstop or third base maybe. Shortstop got it, and that is the third out of the inning. So, 1 runner's been knocked in, 2 hits for the Commodores. A lot of good damage control, especially by Stamper there, to not let that affect him and let it go until like the first inning where he ended up being 8 runs. He got that 1 run in, but then ended it as soon as it started, so you only gave it 1 run, and you're back to where you start at in the bottom half of the first. So, no harm done there.
Now, Elkins had that big hit. So it easily started a big run for the Commodores, but didn't let it bother him on the mound. Got, he said, back out of it. So we were going to go into the bottom of the third. The Commodores still got an 8-run lead, or now have again an 8-run lead, back over the Wildcats. So, I don't know what to say about the Wildcats. They're hitting the ball. It's this last time they struck out a couple times, but, they're making good contact when they do hit the ball. It's just not good timing. But like I said, see if they can get it started here in the third and cut into this lead. So we'll be back here in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
All right, welcome back here to Buckhorn. We are heading into the bottom of the third. Commodores 9, Wildcats 1. Commodores put 1 more on the scoreboard the last half inning, but a lot of damage control there by the Wildcats to get out of the inning without giving up more than just 1. Now, up to bat for the Wildcats is number 2, Gunnar Gay, in the ace spot of the lineup. As he watches 1 go in for a strike, looks like on the outside corner, so the count is 0-1. Good speed by Perkins up there, who's still pitching for the Commodores. And that is strike 2, a swing and a miss by Gay.
Looks like he just got him guessing right now. So he's doing a great job pitching, mixing his pitches up, keeping the Wildcats off balance.
Wow, that's a ball. That's counts 1-2. Talking about the wood bats, looks like the Wildcats are bringing up. I think the Wildcats have been hitting with the.
They have been wood, yeah.
Yeah. Perkins gets set, goes to his windup, goes to the plate. And it's a swing up the dribble up the middle. Gates got some speed. It's going to be a big play. He's out at first. So good play there by Watts to get in quickly. And a bad play by me because I did not press the live stream button and make it.
Oh, man, I had it.
Yeah, but I think I got it at the end where the out happened.
That's a good field here. Said quick, clean play. It had to be. It's a gate with good wheels. Got down to first really quick.
Now at the bat for the Wildcats is the pitcher, number 3, Jody Stamper. Perkins has got some rhythm going about him. Goes to his windup, goes to the plate. Swing and a miss by Stamper. Looked like Stamper was ahead of that one. Wanted to kill it. Probably help himself while he's on the mound. It's one of the most frustrating things as a pitcher. Perkins goes to the plate. Another swing and a miss. Counts 0-2. Got him forward on some off speed. Perkins back in his windup. Goes to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 down in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
One thing we've not talked about yet tonight is the Commodores. Very youthful team. You know, if you look at the lineup across the board, you know, a lot of underclassmen. Some big things in the future for the Commodores.
Back up the bat for the Wildcats is the number 1 hitter, Braden Campbell. Campbell put some bat on it, but it's just out of bounds. Hopefully don't hit a car. Out of bounds, out of play. Look at me, my basketball terminology here.
It's hard to get switched over, so then when the football starts back, I'll still be talking baseball. So.
Oh, yeah. And that pitch is in there. Campbell's kind of waved at it, so it counts 0-2 now.
It looked like Campbell thought it was something. Like I said, it keeps him off balance. Thought it was going to be one thing. Just way out, just stepped out.
Perkins goes to the plate. It's a chopper, second base. Oh, bobbled there. And he is safe. Campbell ran that out, and he is safe. So there's still some life here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Wildcats.
That's why you always leg it out, guys.
Always leg it out.
You always got to try to get down there, no matter if you think you're dead out, because sometimes somebody will fumble it, and you still may get on base.
Now, if you're the Wildcats, you like this because you have the heart of your lineup coming. You got the number 2 hitter from earlier. You got Riley coming up with Mayhew coming up after him, and that's been their 2 biggest hitters for the season. So it's a bad thing for the Commodores, good thing for the Wildcats. They got Campbell at first over there. Not getting really a big of a lead, so no worries over there. That is straight up, out of play.
Almost to the clinic. If that hit the concrete just right over there, it may have went to the clinic.
Riley's got some power behind him. If he can square one up, it may get out of here. So counts 0-1. Perkins goes to the plate, and it's in the dirt. It's a good block by the catcher there, so the count's 1-1. It's one of the things as a pitcher, if you see a guy foul one that looks like he's going about 400 feet, plays mind games with you. Perkins gets set. Goes to the plate. And that's strike 2, so the count is 1-2. All right, so counts 1-2 now. Riley's got to be extra careful. He's got to be swinging anything that's close, keep himself alive, or maybe even get a chance to get in play. If you're Perkins here, you have a plethora of ideas you can do. You can go high and inside on a fastball, low and outside of a breaking ball, or just low and outside on a fastball, or maybe get in the dirt, get him chasing. Perkins goes to the plate, low and outside in the dirt for a fastball, but the count is 2-2. Good discipline by Riley there to hold off on that one. Perkins comes set, checks the runner, goes to the plate. Swing, it's put in play by Riley, and it gets past the shortstop for a single. So runner from first advances to second, and Riley safe at first. So Riley battles in with 2 strikes and keeps the inning alive for the Wildcats. Now, coming up for the Wildcats is Parker Mayhew. If Mayhew can get it into the gap, he may score 2. Riley has some wheels. But if he gets it in play and down, he should score 1 at least. Perkins goes to the plate, in the dirt for ball 1, so it counts 1-0.
You're not really worrying about Campbell. Campbell showed the ability to steal throughout the year so far, but not getting a good lead.
Campbell gets a lot of stolen bases. He ain't the fastest guy, but he's one of the smarter guys on the base pass. He can read a pitcher and knows when to go. Perkins gets in there with some zip on there on the outside corner for first strike of the at-bat, so the count is 1-1. Goes to the plate. And a swing and a miss by Mayhew, so the count is 1-2 now. Now Mayhew has to battle here, just like Riley did that last at-bat. Stay alive and maybe poke it out and get a single. All right. Perkins comes set. Goes to the plate. And it's low, looks a little low. Campbell gets a little bit off at second base. That's up behind him, but it was a ball, so the count's 2-2. Campbell got back in safely. So we're back here with runner on first and second. Mayhew's at the plate with the count 2-2 on him.
You're doing a good job battling here.
Mm-hmm. Perkins comes set. Goes to the plate. Swing it, put it in play. Right, the third base gets through. See if it gets left fielders right there, and Campbell holds up at third. So a screaming line drive down third base. Hard hit ball, mishandled by, not really mishandled by the third baseman, just couldn't get a read on it. That was one of those screaming grounders where you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah, the line driver took a big hop right when it got to him, got up on his chest, and just couldn't get his glove back.
Just took one of those wild hops. Now the bases are juiced for the Wildcats for Lincoln Napier coming up. A big opportunity for Napier here. If he puts one in the outfield, it should score one for sure, maybe two. So Perkins gets set, goes to his windup, goes to the plate. And that's strike one, in there for strike one. So the count is 0-1. Like I said, previous two innings, these pitchers are living low. It's a good idea for both of them. Goes to his windup, goes to the plate. And it looked like off speed.
Got Napier out in front.
Yeah, got him chasing a little bit. Didn't expect the off speed pitch there. So the count's 0-2 now. And strike three. So Perkins got out of the jam by a 3-pitch strikeout.
He said, great job. He said, didn't let it bother him. He said, you had a force out everywhere. He just relied on his defense, didn't need it. He got the strikeout.
Got the strikeout. Wildcats had some hits there, just couldn't score nobody in. Hits went through the infield straight to the outfield, and they got him in quick. So it was good hitting for majority of the inning, just couldn't get one in. Mm-hmm. That happens.
I said, yeah, the outfield covered well and came in, able to keep all the runners from moving. I said, so opportunity missed for the Wildcats. So they left 3 stranded on base. See if that comes back to bite them as the Commodores come back up here on the top of the 4th inning, see if they can get some more runs on the board. And we'll find out after the break. Coming back in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're...
All right, welcome back here to the top half of the 4th inning here. Stamper still on the mound for the Wildcats. Goes to his wind, goes to the plate, and it's a screaming line drive. The center field goes down on one hop to Riley. Riley fields it and gets it back into the infield. So a way to start off the inning for the Commodores by number 6, Tate Watts.
Yeah, hard hit first pitch. I always said back to center.
I always say first pitch is your best pitch. Always get on it. Now at the bat for the Commodores is number 5, Perkins, the pitcher. Stamper looks back at first. Runner goes from first to second. Gets in there.
Especially the active pitcher at the plate. Always look to see a really patient at bat.
Mm-hmm. Catcher too. Stamper gets set. Looks the runner back. Goes to the plate. And ball inside. So the count is 3-0. Runner on second. Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. And it's a strike. In there for a strike. Count is 3-1. Kind of different from the last 2 ends on defense for the Wildcats. The last 2 ends, they've been getting outs early and often. Another guy hit to start the inning. Let's see if this changes how anything goes. Stamper gets set. Looks runner back at second. Goes to the plate. Ball is open air to left field. Might be a little blooper. And caught by Jones. And the runner's going to tag from second to third, but did not. That was a good throw. Why did he get it in by Jones there on a rope?
And I hope I got that. When you flip the camera all the way around that far, you can't see it no more. So I tried to aim it at him.
That was a good catch by Jones there. That ball carried a little bit. I thought it was going to be a blooper at the start, but it carried. But 1 out in the inning. We got number 26, Parker Collett, coming up, who hit a bomb into the outfield, the fence last time. Go down here, stone base, and he is safe at third. Looks like he's a little shooken up by the brick dust there.
Yeah, looks like he slid in a hair late on the third, and it jammed him up pretty good. It's a different base pass, different environments. I said they all slide different.
Mm-hmm. Now, counts 0-1 here. Stamper gets set. Goes to the plate. Blue inside, so it counts 1-1 now. Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. Low. Counts 2-1. Going back to what you said about the Commodores, they are young. Call it here as an example. Call it's my kinfolk, and I know he's still in grade school.
Meaning middle school here.
Middle school, yeah. And that's a chopper up the middle. Mishandled by McIntosh. Still picked up by Gay, but no play at first. So the runner advances from third to home by the infield hit there by Collett. So the score is 10-1 now.
Calling that a hit.
Hit, air, whatever you want to call it, make of it. Probably more of an air than a hit. Came out of the glove. If you want to get technical about it. Runner's going from first to second. Collett's on a run, and he is in there safely.
As I missed the call at the plate. Find out here in a second.
All right. Stamper gets set. Looks at the runner back. Goes to the plate. And it's a ball in the dirt, but past the catcher. So runner advances from second to third. All right. Counts 2-0. Runner on third now. Stamper gets set. Goes to the plate. Swing and a miss. So the count is 2-1 now. At the bat, up the bat now for the Commodores is Corbin Wooten. All right, Stamper gets set. Goes to the plate. And that's a foul ball. Looked like a check swing, but it fouled off his bat to the backstop. So the count is 2-2 now. So Stamper has battled back, being down 2-0 to even up the count to 2-2. Let's see if he wants to give him gas or if he wants to give him some breaking ball action here. Stamper gets set. Goes to the plate. Breaking ball in the dirt. So the count is full now at 3-2. Stamper's in the stretch. Comes set. Goes to the plate. Swing. Foul tip. Foul tip. So the batter stays alive.
Good job by Hammonds there. Know quickly that the ball was tipped.
Mm-hmm. For the folks at home, if Napier was able to handle that foul tip, that would have been a strikeout or an out. But he didn't handle it, so it's just a foul tip, and he stays alive. To the plate. And looked a little bit low and inside, so that's ball four. So the runners on the corners now for the Commodores with only one down in the inning. Up the bat now for the Commodores is number 30, Shade Combs. Got runners first and third. If I'd be a bet man, I'd say the guy on first is probably going to steal second first pitch. And he's gone from first to second, and ball's in the dirt, swung and a miss. Counts 0-1, run from first to second, advances with no throw. So we got runners on second and third, one out. But the count is 0-1 to the batter right now. Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. Swing, foul tip. Goes right in the backstop. So the count's 0-2 now. So Stamper has worked his way to get way ahead of his count. He has some room to play with here. Let's see what he does here. Stamper gets the call. Comes set. Checks the runner, goes to the plate. And that is strike three. Foul tip, but as I said earlier, if the catcher's able to hold on to that, it is strike three. So that is the second out of the inning. Runner still on second and third. The Wildcats have only given up 1 run so far this inning, with number 4, Jeffrey Hancock, coming up to bat for the Commodores.
And Wildcats looking to return the favor. As last inning, I said the Wildcats left 3 stranded. Right now, the Commodores still have 2 on base.
Mm-hmm. That was low and outside, so the count is 1-0. Stammer gets the call, comes set, goes to the plate, and looked like that one was high, so the count is 2-0 now. Last batter, Stammer threw 2 straight strikes to get ahead, just on 2 straight balls to get himself in the hole. Stammer goes to the plate, and it's a swing, foul tip behind the backstop, out play, so the count is 2-1. Now he's got to battle back and try to get this count even. Stamper comes set, goes to the plate. It's a little dribbler towards third base, mishandled by the third baseman, Rice. Call it goes home, and he is safe. So, runner advances from third to home, runner advances from second to third, and the guy that was at bat is safe at first. So, no outs recorded on that play. Got 1 run in, so the score is 11-1 with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd placement, just not being able to handle by the infield.
Stammer comes set, goes to the plate. Oh, right.
I did not get over there quick enough. I don't know if you switched it either, but I would have paid to have had JJ hopping like that on camera. As the coach tried to get out of the way over there and made a beautiful move.
Stammer goes to the plate. Swing up in the air, left field, left field. Is it fair? It is fair. Run for third scores. Run for first is rounding. Oh, ground rule double. It bounced over the fence.
Yeah, there's a little knoll, I don't know what you call it, little hill here running down left field line. So we tried to pan around to that, but it kind of just tapers around the curve there. But I said, unlucky, unfortunate bounce for the Commodores. It's ground rule double, so only 1 run will come through.
Instead of scoring 2, they scored 1.
Heard kind of off topic. Heard Shade coming up, and when Shade came up to bat, somebody's calling him Big Papa from the dugout. It made me think about Big Poppy. It's a good name for the young man.
Mm-hmm. So first pitch in for this new at-bat is the ball, and up the bat right now is number 10, Mason Sumner. So, Stammer comes set, goes to the plate. It's a rip up in the air. Right fielder's charging in and misjudges the ball. 2 runners will score, and runners safe at first. So now the score is 14-1 in favor of the Commodores.
13-1.
13-1, 14-1. I thought it was 14-1. I thought that this guy from third on the ground rule double scored.
Okay, so the board, yeah. So what I've got is what you've got. So I've got 14-1. The board out here is not.
Stammer goes to the plate. In the dirt, swung and missed by number 2, Devin Gayhart.
Not sure if the board's malfunctioning here or what, but all right. Is that ball 1 or strike 1?
Strike 1. He swung.
Okay.
And he swung another one. Now the run from first to second is advancing because of a pass ball. They got that 14-1 up there.
There we go. Yeah. What I get for looking at not my scoreboard.
I've been a part of a lot of many baseball games, and I trust my score in my head more than I do the scoreboards. Stammer comes set, goes to the plate, in the dirt, counts 1-2.
Napier stayed in front of that one.
Mm-hmm. Or is it 2-2? Heyman say 2-2 there. Can't see him, blinds the bat.
Got 1-2 on ours.
Stamper gets set, goes to the plate,
Ooh.
and he hits him right in the back.
Ouch. That was that one was definitely a good thud. As he shake it off, run down the base path there. Got him right in the shoulder blade, it looks like.
There was only one good thing about that. It was off speed, so it wasn't his fastball.
No. I realized it a minute ago, but that big hard hit line down here in the left field line was Elkins.
Mm-hmm.
That's a third. Every time he's been up to bat tonight, he has tried to knock it. I mean, tried to put a hole in the fence out here.
He's killing it, and they are using one of the bats as well, I think. Some of them are, some of them ain't. And if he's been doing that wooden bat, I hate to see him when he's using when he uses composite bats. Staver gets set, goes to the plate here in a second. Goes to the plate. Ball straight up in the infield. Looks like it's going to be caught by the pitcher himself, Stamper. Almost had a collision there going down the base path, but that is the third out of the inning. Scores 14-1. Commodores just absolutely ripped the ball this inning. Every time they hit it, it was deep in the outfield. Some missed plays by the Wildcats, but more often than not, they were just killing the ball this inning.
Yeah, I'm trying to still figure out if I got that last play or not. I tried to chase the ball and found a bird. So I'm not sure if I had the camera in the right area or not. Hopefully I did get Stamper. Had a good catch there running out of bounds to get that third out. Like I said, not for there was some damage done, though. Commodores hang 5 in the 4th inning. Now going to the bottom of the 4th with a 13-run lead. That's Wildcats got to get it in gear, running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take another commercial break, and we'll be right back here in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Net.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
All right, welcome back here. We're approaching the bottom of the 4th here. Wildcats are down 14-1. Like I said earlier, they're playing a doubleheader tonight, so they're only playing 5-inning games. So if the Wildcats want a chance to win this game, they're going to have to start and hitting the ball and start getting some runs, and they're going to start doing it soon.
We've seen the Wildcats hang up quite a few points here throughout the year, so we know they're capable. But the Commodore defense, man, they've been pretty outstanding tonight.
Now, first pitch is up bat is a ball in the dirt, so the count's 1-0. Looks like they still have Perkins up on the mound right now, and he's been pitching really good. He's had about 2 or 3 innings where he's not throwing a lot of pitches at all. It's either been 3 pitch strikeouts or ball outside 2-0, or he's been getting them chasing and be quicker than three pitches to get him on the first, second pitch, and then get a ground out or fly out. And that is in for strike 1 as a swing and miss by Rice there, so the count is 2-1 now. Still has good rhythm, trying to get the ball out of his glove as quickly as possible, which I like that rhythm as a pitcher and as a catcher. It means you get the field off the field quicker. And that is strike 2. Rice swings and misses again, so it counts 2-2 now.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what y'all hear on out there on the broadcast, but if you can hear it, man, that mitt's still popping. Still plenty of velocity here in the 4th.
And that's a little dribble up third base. Handled by the third baseman. Throws the first on the line, and that is the first out of the inning. So, some contact there by Rice. Looked like he might got jammed up on the bat. I can see him over there shaking his hands, acting like it hurt him when he swung that bat.
So anybody that's ever swung a wooden bat, it's just not like those new fancy 2-piece composites or anything like that. That vibration's there.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of it.
He's lucky it's a Friday night and I don't have him in class tomorrow because I'll be making fun of him. We got Jones at the bat for the Wildcats. That looked like a ball.
Yep.
So 1-0 is the count. It's funny, these kids go back and watch these live streams and go and see what I say about them. As that's strike 2 as Jones swings and misses there. So the count's 1-1. They always get offended by what I say about them. It's all in good spirits.
They'll be okay.
That third pitch of that bat's coming in. It's low and looks like just low in the dirt. So the count is 2-1.
Listen, speaking as a former teacher, if you can't jab at your kids every now and then and have fun with them, it wouldn't be worth it.
No, it won't be worth it. Counts 3-1, has the ball inside. That's one of the best parts of it. Jabbing with the kids and, having a good time with them. Count is 3-1. That looks like high and outside, so that's ball 4. So Jones gets a free base, the first runner on in the inning for the Wildcats. Now with the bat is number 15, Caleb McIntosh. Look at Perkins. That's our character for Perkins today. He's not through many for walks. Might be his first one, if I can remember right. McIntosh is up bat, goes to the plate. Strike 1. Looked like Jones got a little bit of a big secondary lead. They threw behind him, but Jones got back in safely at first. So it counts 0-1. Jones had some wheels over there at first. I guess they're keeping them close. Perkins checks the runner, goes to the plate. Swing and a miss by McIntosh, so the count is 0-2.
McIntosh is looking a little bit unsure of himself there.
Perkins can set, looks the runner, goes to the plate, and he went. He tried to hold up on the check swing, but he went. The count, that was a strike 3, so it's another strikeout for Perkins for the night. Now there's 2 down in the inning. We got Gay coming up for the Wildcats. Now Perkins, they're up 14-1. I wouldn't worry much about the runner. I was just worried about the pitcher. Now Jones is going from first to second. And he's in there. He gets by the second baseman. Jones is up. Crap, live stream there. Throws it in, and he got the third base too.
It's all good. Yeah, so the play overthrown at second. He's a smart base running, heads up play. Just gets up, gets back on the horse, and gets over to third. So stolen base at second and advances on the air.
As I was saying, I wouldn't worry about the runner over at first. I would just go and pitch to the batter, and there he goes off. I don't know what it is. Perkins goes to the line, goes to the plate. That's a strike, swing and a miss by Gay there.
Yeah, so no balls, 2 strikes. So he looks like he may be able to get out of this pretty quickly.
Goes to the windup, goes to the plate. Swing and got a little foul dribbler down the right field line.
It's not a hit, but still alive.
Still alive, as long as you stay alive. Jones slid into third, and all that brick dust is in my face. I don't know what's going on. And strike 3 goes down. Guy goes down swinging. So, got no hits, got 1 walk. Got a runner to third, but just couldn't score him in. So the score remains 14-1 in the favor of the Commodores.
Yeah, like I said, they break position here. So, with the defense, allowed that 1 run in the first inning, but that's been great defense that throughout now has allowed no more runs. We'll take a 14-1 lead into the top of the 5th inning. So, I said Commodores cooking here and see if they can hold on to this one and get the win. And we're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll be right back here in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
We'll go back here to the top half of the fifth in here at Buckhorn. But the Wildcats taking on the Commodores. Commodores are up 14-1. Now this is a doubleheader matchup, so this will be the last inning of the game. So start out with a strike. Start out this inning 0-1 here. Looks like we have number 15, Miles Plummer, coming up the bat. Looks like Prairie Central's bringing in some subs, some guys off the bench, get them some reps in today.
I mean, anytime you can get an opportunity to get some of those underclassmen, some of those younger players that don't see as much, some reps and at-bats, it's always a good day.
Count is 1-2 now. Swing and a miss there by Plummer. Or is it 2-1? It might be 2-1.
2 balls, 1. Yeah, we were wrong. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I'm wrong more often than I'm right. So
3 balls, 1 strike.
3 balls, 1 strike right there.
Showing good patience here at the plate.
And that's ball 4. So we have a walk to start off this inning. Now coming to the bat for the Commodores is number 8, Parker Stacy, it looks like. Stamper comes set. Goes to the plate. Swing at the scrub between shortstop and third. Gets to the outfield. Gets past the left fielder. Guy from the runner from first is round second. Guy was going to third, and he stopped one at 3. So a nice rip by Stacy off of the bench. Now at the bat for the Commodores is number 28, Noah Watts. Stamper goes to the plate, and it's up, and that's out of play.
Back out towards the basketball courts out there.
For too long, the softball team will be able to play on their softball field, hopefully. Don't say things I don't really know, but it's about ready to get that new scoreboard out there for them. And that's strike 2 there for Watts as the count goes 0-2 as he swung and miss.
Yeah, looks like they got the backstop up looking good, and they got the scoreboard up, so they're making a ton of progress.
Mm-hmm. Takes time. Takes time. Stamper goes to the plate. And it's a little dribbler up the first base line. It's going to stay fair. Runner for third scores, but there's a force out at first. So there's 1 out in the end, and runner for second advances to third. The runner from third goes home. So the Commodores tack onto their lead, 15-1. But there's 1 down the end, and so we got 1 out, runner on third with, can't see his number. I'm blind as a bat, number 3. And we're back to the starting lineup. Oh, they're killing the DH. Keegan Cecil is coming in the bat. They're killing the DH, it looks like. Stanford looks at the runner and goes to the plate. And ball outside. Count is 1-0. Stamper gets set. Goes to the plate. In the dirt, count is 2-0. And it's a rip up third base line. That is fair. Right on the line. What a rip. So run for third scores. Batter is round first, getting a second. He's in there standing up. And that is a rip for Keegan Cecil.
So runner gets the second, run scores on the hit.
So the score is 16-1 now. Cecil there was DH all game. They killed DH, and as soon as he comes in, he rips one down left field line. That's another rip down left field line, but that's going to foul. They showing them, don't need DH me. Look what I can do. At the bat now for the Commodores is Jeffrey Hancock. Counts on 1. Stamper goes to the plate. Breaking ball. Guy grounder coming here. Hits the pole. And that is out of play. Or dead. Well, the coach here was going to make a play, but
just didn't move his feet quite enough.
He thought twice about it. He said, I don't really feel like hurting my hand today, you know.
I didn't have that much heat.
So goes to the plate, look a little off speed. It's in the dirt, and
Where you at? Scoring position. 1 out.
counts 1-2. See what Stamper does here. Is he going to go off speed or is he going to give him the gas? Goes in. Ball's high in the left field. Jones has made a lot of plays today. And he misses that one. Right over his glove. Misjudged it a little bit. Oh. And runner scores from second, so the score now is 16-1 or 17-1.
17-1.
17-1.
As a left fielder's getting a workout.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Coach Dem's coming out. Looks like he's going to make a pitch and change. Looks like Gay is coming in to relieve Stamper.
And Gabe will need a few minutes to warm up. Hammonds is usually pretty good about letting them have enough time to get warmed up before they come in and start to actually do some live action. Mm-hmm. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back here in 2 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
Made in a
So yeah, we've hit that time of year. Time to think about saving money. You know, the season of saving and upgrading at Appalachian Wireless. How about a brand new iPhone 13 for just a penny? iPhone 13 128 gig for a penny with a mix and match or unlimited plan. Terms and conditions do apply. Just visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. So let's do some saving and upgrading because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker.
All right, welcome back here. Now we got Gunner Gay on the bump for the Wildcats. McIntosh moved over to second. Jody went to short. Gay comes in.
Wasn't looking, I don't think. So he's trying to appeal to Hammonds at home. They say he is
safe, out, safe.
No motion, so safe, I guess.
Safe, I guess.
That was a hard hit ball.
Hard hit ball. I think that battery died out there in that Cameron outfield, so we're going to switch over to this.
That is fine. That happens. We will zoom out, go to the old view.
All right, so that's the first pitch of that bat. Looked like a ball. Counts 1-0. Now at the bat for the Commodores is number 10, Mason Sumner.
Yeah, still only one out here in the top of the fifth.
Count is 2-0. As the ball high and outside. Okay, gets in there. And a swing and a miss by Sumner. So counts 2-1 now.
Yeah, our wireless adapter is showing no input. So, yeah, that camera's probably died in left field.
Okay, he goes to the plate. Outside. Count is 3-1. Consent. Guy goes to the plate. And swing and miss by Sumner there, so the count is full, 3-2. Looked like someone wanted every bit of that ball right there.
Yeah, it's kind of a no risk, big rewards kind of situation for him. So he just he took his shot.
Took his shot. I've been given the green light one time to swing for the fences my whole career, and I swung for. Guy goes to the plate, and looks like it's outside again. So the count is 1-0.
First thing guy seems to be missing that, just to the outside.
Okay, comes set, checks the runners, goes to the plate, and it's low. Counts 2-0. Gay here has a weird arm.
I was about to talk to you about the same thing. You know, it's an unorthodox kind of style of throwing, but as a batter, it makes it a whole lot harder to figure out and judge it.
He's a little bit more sidearm than the rest of them. Ball 3. Counts 3-0. You know, towards the end of my high school career, I kind of switch arm slots to make it a little lower. And that's a 4-pitch walk, so that is advancing on runners and another run scores for the Commodores.
I already had 17 on the board. I'm not sure. We'll leave it at that. They got 17 on the board here.
First pitch comes in, ball and outside. So the count's 1-0. All right. Guy goes to his windup, goes to the plate. Ball outside. Counts 2-0.
We're coming with that sidearm, though, except it has a lot of movement from right to left, and that's what seems like is causing his control issue right now, is that it's getting to the outside.
Guy goes to the plate. Gets behind the batter. Counts 3-0. Runners stay at home.
As I'm thoroughly enjoying all the pollen in the beautiful city of Buckhorn. Sorry if you hear me coughing in the background, guys.
We ain't a city over here. We a village. The beautiful village of Buckhorn. While we wait, what do you know when districts like around time districts are for baseball? I know it's like late
Third
May-ish.
week of May.
Yeah, late May.
My last home games are all marked the 16th. So it has to be in the third week of May. The districts will start.
And another 4-pitch walk.
That's one thing we're still trying to decipher and figure out here at BSN is there's not a whole lot of baseball or softball coverage around the region. But the problem is that when it gets to tournament time.
First pitch ball counts 1-0.
As it gets to tournament time, the fees get rather large. KHSAA implements a lot of fees onto anybody that's broadcasting.
Counts 2-0, low.
So we're not sure. We have teams in about every district in the region. We do have teams in every district in the region, and we're not sure if we can actually, I hate to say it this way, afford the KHSAA fees to show all those games. So we'll show what we can.
Ball up. That's ball 3 to the count, so it counts 3-0.
We do know for 100%, I mean, we will show all of the 14th region softball and baseball tournaments, but as far as the district tournaments, we will have to figure that out.
Strike in there for the first strike of that bat, so the count's 3-1. Maybe that gives Gay some confidence here to throw a couple more strikes. Gay goes to the plate. Strike. Swing and a miss, so that's strike 2, so the count is full now. At bat right now for the Commodores, number 15, Miles Plummer. Guy goes to the plate and high, so he lays off of it. So it is ball 4, runners advance. Another run crosses the plate for the Commodores. Looks like Coach Dim's coming out for another pitching change.
Not sure if it's a change or a talk. We'll see. Yeah, it's a change. Zidham is taking the ball, and Rice.
Yeah, it looks like Brandon Rice is going to be taking over pitching duties.
So Rice will get warmed up here, try to get acclimated. As I said, the bases still are loaded here in the top of the 5th. Commodores up 19-1. We will give him a few minutes here to get warmed up. get his arm loose, and we'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back here in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your
side. For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site
All right, welcome back to Buckhorn here. We're still in the top of the fifth here. Got one out. Now we got Braden Rice on the mound for the Wildcats after their pitching change. Rice throws it in, and ball one. So counts 1-0. Out the bat right now for the Commodores is number 8, Parker Stacy.
If you're a Commodore, like I said, right now it seems like the Wildcats are having trouble finding that strike zone. So just, be patient.
Rice goes to the plate. And another ball. Counts 2-0. Rice goes to the plate. Ball high, so the count is 3-0.
Then you pitched. Were you more of a starting or relief?
I liked relieving more. I meant less pitching. I pitched. I didn't like pitching a lot. I didn't have no velocity as Rice goes to the plate. And that is ball 4. I had a lot of breaking balls. I would use a curveball, a slider, a changeup. I didn't pitch fast, so I had to get a lot of movement on my stuff. I liked closing because I felt more comfortable coming in later. Plus, I kind of found the strike zone of the umpire as the game went on. I didn't like starting out because I didn't want to find that strike zone. It took me forever. I also did not have a lot of gas in the tank. I could pitch 2-3 innings really good, and then I hit a wall. I think a lot of starting pitchers, they like starting, they have a little bit more of longevity in pitching. Maybe go 5 or 6 innings. I was more of a 2-inning, 3-inning guy and get me out of here and put me somewhere else. As Rice comes to the plate, swing and a miss. Counts 1-1. But
Yeah, I hate to keep hitting the same point, but daggone, this is a nice day for baseball.
It is a beautiful day for baseball.
One of the beautiful, best days of the year so far.
Rice comes to the plate. High, so that's ball 2. Counts 2-1. Got that Kentucky weather. It stays cold for about the first half of the baseball season. You have about a week or two about this weather, then the last half of it is going to be so hot that you can't stand it. We do not have spring as a season in this area of this country. And Rice hits them. So, runners advance. Another run crosses the plate for the Commodores. pitching struggles have continued for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so after Stamper is starting to lose some of the pop there, so they relieved him, and just this is relief pitchers, just have not been able to find the strike zone.
Mm-hmm. So you get strike over the plate, get some confidence. Your Strides comes set, goes to the plate, high, past the catcher.
The runner stay home, be ball one.
Counts 1-0. On the scoreboard, it has Perry Central 21, the Wildcats 1. And this is the last inning.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how many runs the Wildcats scored, this is the last inning due to the doubleheader. Strides throws and swing and a miss. Counts 1-1.
So it looked like it may have been a little high, but close enough that the batter was trying to crank on that one.
Mm-hmm. Maybe give Rice some confidence, throw it in the zone. Rice goes to the plate. Swing, and it's straight up behind third base. And caught by the shortstop, Stamper. So that is out number 2 for the inning.
Yeah, glad the wind wasn't blowing. That might have trailed over towards us. The Stamper may have saved us, though. So that's second out of the inning.
I think a lot of pitchers, especially in high school, Little League too, they're wanting to get strikeouts all the time. Best method here, especially when you're struggling, throw to the plate, let them put it in play. More often than not, they're going to hit it to one of your teammates and get it out. So instead of placing it, just throw it over the plate and see if your defense can back you up and get it out.
As Rice comes to the first pitch, missing a swing and a miss for strike one.
Can't get it out if you walk them. You can get it out, they hit it. Counts 0-1. Want to get ahead for Rice here. Rice goes to the plate. Swing and a miss. So it counts 0-2. Rice is looking to see what he needs to throw, what the call is for Napier. Comes set, goes to the plate. In the dirt. That is ball one of the at-bat. Runners stay at home. So it counts 1-2.
We talk about rhythm. Said Rice's rhythm is slow and steady as far as getting set for the pitch.
I've seen that a time or two. Rice comes set, goes to the plate, throws it behind the batter. Looked like he tried to throw something off speed. Some might have called that an ephus. I don't know. The rumor is on the Buckhorn's team, they say Braden Campbell can throw an ephus curveball.
You can get it on video. I'll believe it.
That's what I told the boys. Another ball, counts 3-2.
They fought back here. It was an 0-2 hole. Now it's a full count.
Well, he must have went because they called it strike 3. So, the Wildcats are out of the inning. Commodores are up 21-1, going to the bottom half of the 5th inning. If the Wildcats want to win this game, they're going to have to get hot. They're going to have to stay hot for a long time.
Yep, so it'll be like I said, see if the Wildcats can get it growing here. But Commodores definitely in control of this one at the moment. We're going to kick it out for another quick commercial break. We'll be back here in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
So yeah, we've hit that time of year. Time to think about saving money. The season of saving and upgrading at Appalachian Wireless. How about a brand new iPhone 13 for just a penny? iPhone 13 128 gig for a penny with a mix and match or unlimited plan. Terms and conditions do apply. Just visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. So let's do some saving and upgrading because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For Hazard, we're here for you. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter.
Support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
All right, welcome back to the bottom half of the fifth inning here. The Commodores lead. The Wildcats swing 1-1 going into the last inning of the game. Again, like I said before earlier in the stream, this is first of the doubleheaders. So doubleheaders are traditionally 5 innings apiece. So this is the last inning, no matter what happens here. It looks like the Commodores are keeping Perkins on the mound.
His pitch count's not too high, so I'd leave him on there. And, man, I said after that second, third inning, it looked like the Wildcats' defense had really stepped up. You know, it was still a close game. You disregarded that first big inning there by the Commodores. But, man, they just blew it open here in the fourth and fifth with 12 runs.
And that is strike one coming in. Looks like for the Wildcats, looked like number 33, Zayden Baker, has came in to pinch hit. So it looks like the Wildcats are coming in and bringing in some subs off the bench as well. So that is 0-2. Looks like Baker's up here getting some swings in, getting some reps in, see if he makes contact. And strike 3. So first out of the inning on a 3-pitch strikeout.
The young man looking to get the hit there. Like I said, he was making some good cuts there. Just looked like he's just on top of the ball.
Now up to bat for.
Is that Campbell?
That is Campbell coming up the bat for the Wildcats. And swing. I think he fouled that one off. Couldn't really see who was at the bat because I have Coach Stidham here in my way, jabbing it away.
I love Coach Stidham, but his daddy wasn't a glass maker. So got 0-1 count so far. Perkins goes to the windup, goes to the plate. Looks like Campbell is swinging, and it goes out play onto the road. And there's a car coming in, and it does not hit it. Close call. 0-2 count. Perkins goes in. Campbell swings and misses, so that is the second out of the inning. Yeah. I hadn't thought about it. As Hammonds takes one off the chest.
Ooh, that sounded like it hurt.
Yeah, that was a thud. It looks like he turned his body and missed the chest pad, so that one definitely big cut by Riley. I don't know if he missed it or if the catcher missed it because of the cut or whatever happened. But whatever it was, Hammonds did take a hit.
I think it was a little skimmer off of the bat, and it barely missed the glove of the catcher, and it hit Hammonds right in the chest, right in the rib. Like right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That has to hurt. Funny, I got a funny story about no umpire getting hit. All right, not really a funny story. Kind of is a funny story. Well, this is Coach Stidham. Me and Coach Stidham played together, and this was his senior year. We're playing either Prairie Central or Hazard first-round district. Okay. And good round of applause for Hammonds as he's able to get back behind the plate. Well, you know, Richard is starting to pitch, is our start pitcher, and we're Coach Stidham, I might say. But so our catcher calls or changes the signs up, and Coach Stidham thinks he called a fastball. He called a curve, but the catcher called a curveball. Well, Coach Stidham throws one in as hard as he can, and as the pitch comes in, that's ball low, 1-2, and as the catcher doesn't move the glove because he thinks it's going to break and doesn't break, and it hits the umpire square in the face, and he just falls straight back. Swing and a foul tip by Riley goes out of play, and it hits him right in the face. When it hits him in the face, he just falls straight back on his back, and he's just laying there for like 5 minutes. That's the first pitch of the game.
Somebody rough rest of the rough rest of the evening. That's what I was thinking about for Hammonds, man. If that hit him good and square, you know, he's got a whole nother game to call here. But Riley's still at bat here, still down 0-2, fouling him off.
Pitch comes in, Riley swinging and fouls that one off again, so he stays alive in 0-2 count.
I had it 1-2. Must have messed that one up. So they still 0-2.
No, it is 1-2. They just
Okay.
have 0-2 up there. And one in the dirt.
Another in the dirt. Can't even.
2-2.
As Coach Blank here has gotten some privileges, being a hometown guy.
Chicken and dumplings, boys. Some chicken and dumplings.
Hand delivered here. Thank you. That was Christie, was it?
That
not?
was Christy Gorman.
That's
Thank you,
what I
Christy
thought.
Gorman, for the chicken and dumplings. And that's a rip to
Whoa.
shortstop, straight to the shortstop. Good contact, just bad placement.
Yeah, and I just couldn't get my camera around quick enough. Time I got my hand up, the play was already over. Great catch. Said good hard hit by Riley, just straight at the shortstop. As that will conclude this one, the Prairie Central Commodores will take the win 21-1 over the Buckhorn Wildcats. I said first, fourth, and fifth innings just blew the doors off.
People's going to look at this, on KHAA or see the final score and say Prairie Central just absolutely dominated the Wildcats. But really, honestly, after that first inning, for 2 innings there, it was a very evenly matched game. 3 up, 3 down, or maybe get a runner on. Maybe score one here or there, get them out. The Wildcats came and struggled towards the fourth and fifth inning, but just giving to me walks.
Mm-hmm.
Walks come back to kill you. But if it wasn't for the walks, and having the pitching change towards the end, everything, you lost momentum, you get out of your flow. But other than that, it was a very good ball game for 2.5 innings there.
Yes, it was a good fight, hard to fought throughout. So look, when Stamper ran out of steam, I said defense just kind of seemed to wasn't defense faltering. The pitching just couldn't come in and find the strike zone. So I said credit to Commodores, though, being big hits. I mean, some really good hitting tonight shown by the Commodores, and so the score reflected that 21-1 win. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Like I said, there's another one after this. We have some stuff we need to do here as well, and other things we need to get ready for tomorrow. So big days tomorrow too. So thank you guys for tuning in. I said, beautiful day. I said, this is the first time I'm going to go home from Buckhorn and not be frozen to death, Shannon.
It's a beautiful day out here today.
So I said, thank you guys for tuning in. So for Shannon Blank and Matt Hudson, thank you guys for tuning in to Bluegrass Sports Nation, and check us out next time.
Which one? Right here.